Damn it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the 35th episode of the Get Geeked Podcast.
We old.
Let's just say this almost didn't happen because I don't know if you guys can hear in my voice. I am still sick a little bit. I'm going to try to get through this episode without coughing or sneezing or blowing my nose. Let's see if that happens.
And I am moving in 2 days, so I'm just an emotional wreck.
Let me see. Let's get into Call of Duty because it's really bugging the heck out of me, man. There was an update that happened early last week, and I was thinking like, okay, they're gonna give us some new maps. They're gonna
Which they did.
Nerf the shotgun.
Which they did.
I didn't think they were gonna nerf the riot shield right away, man. Because that's my bread and butter.
Of course they were.
That's what I was having fun with, dude. They super nerfed the riot shield, dude. I can't believe it. Like beforehand.
Let me give you guys a little something. I've been hearing this all week from Gabe. But it doesn't stop you from running it, does it?
It doesn't. I mean, the only thing is I have to be more accurate because I have to hit my first knife throw. Because if I don't hit my first knife throw, then I'm basically dead in the water. So, but, you know, I've been getting better at aiming and just hitting that first knife throw. So, I mean, I still do it, but they super nerfed it. Because, like beforehand, I would go in and get, like, 3 bloodthirsties in a row. Now I go in and I'll get close to 5 kills, or I'll get 4 kills and then die. You know, like it's a little frustrating, but you know, why did they do that? It was what was making that game fun for me. It was just like running
and
a riot shield and knives.
But you got to admit, the people who weren't running it were feeling the same thing you were feeling like the first week that we were having to deal with it.
True.
We were getting pissed off. It was 4 of us. You, me, and an assortment of 2 to 3 other guys were getting beaten down by one dude with a shotgun and one dude running around with a riot shield.
Yep. I mean, that still happens now, too. Like, even though they nerfed the 725, that thing is still powerful, and people still run it.
I mean, not even just that. The automatic shotguns are pretty much, if you beef it up, if you take on any kind of hardcore match, just start shooting that thing and something's going to die.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, the automatic shotguns bounce so much that I'm actually able to dodge those sometimes, whereas the 725... It had so much range, it was almost like a sniper rifle, dude. They could map you from like across the map, and you wouldn't even know that you were hit by a shotgun until the kill feed. You know, I was like, what? Like I thought I thought I got sniped, but it was a shotgun.
If you put enough effort into it, you could still get some decent shots out with it. But it is nothing like the good old days, because it's kind of like the R8 revolver for the game Counter-Strike. The first couple days it was out, you could land so many headshots with that thing.
Speaking of, dude, pistols.
I thought you were going to say Counter-Strike.
No, they buffed the pistols, but I feel like they didn't buff them enough because they still are worthless. Like in Call of Duty, dude, I love running pistols just because it's a little tougher. It takes a little bit more skills. And you get people to rage out if you kill them with pistols. But on this one, except for the Desert Eagle, all the other pistols are just kind of worthless, man. And then even the Desert Eagle, you have to build it up a little bit for it to be good.
I mean, the revolver's not bad in certain situations, especially with like a sleight of hand or something, but you're right. I mean, none of them can really hold their own. I remember old Call of Duty games where
remember Modern Warfare 2?
You could just have a pistol set up. Yeah.
Yeah, remember Modern Warfare 2? doing hardcore matches with just pistols.
Oh yeah. Uh, Honestly, I have to say, soon I'm gonna have to buy the PC version because I don't know if it's just me or it's just the game, but there's something about the Xbox quality that's making me a little mad because it seems like it's worse than some of the Call of Duties we played before. And just like how we were talking about with the pistols, you could see dead pixels where you're like, that's somebody moving, you can shoot them. In this one, it kind of takes a second.
It's probably your Xbox because I hear the graphics is amazing on PC.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to get the PC.
Either that or I don't know. Have you tried running an SSD card on your Xbox?
Yes, we already have an SSD running on there, and same thing.
Yeah, I don't know because I hear a lot of good things for graphics wise, at least off of PC.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to try the PC one, but if it's the same thing, or maybe I just need to mess with the options a little more, I'll be able to say whether or not it is. Either way, it's an awesome game. Mm-hmm. It's a great game.
Because I've also noticed because I need to run an SSD, but I don't, and I played the new Ground War map, and I'm trying to snipe across map, and I noticed that when I ADS in, none of the houses or trees are rendered in all the way. It all looks like clay models. So yeah, I mean, Xbox is a little slow on that department.
And that's a little bit of something that you can probably look forward to in the next few years, seeing as how Microsoft and Xbox are moving a little more towards PC-friendly things. You might see an Xbox with an upgradable like GPU or RAM graphics card. Man.
That's where the what's the new Xbox that's coming out called? Like Code Red or something? I forgot. No, Crimson. No Xbox Crimson or something like that. Yeah.
Code Red, Mountain Dew.
For real. It was something to do with red, crimson, red, whatever. But that's their selling point, is that it's gonna have a built-in SSD so that everything renders in like super quick, no matter how big the quality of the game is. So that's a big selling point. Now, but that's what kind of makes me scared, because that's gonna raise the price up like a lot for a console.
But I think about it this way: if you are kind of worried about that, I would say take advantage of the first few months that the game stores actually give you to take advantage of that trade-in. I say go for it, man. You're eventually going to buy it. Might as well just trade it in as soon as you can get the most you can for it, because you know that it's going to pretty much become obsolete. And that's like, what, maybe a good couple $100 off that price tag?
Or sometimes, after the release of the console, the company itself does like a payment plan buy option. So I hope they do that. They did that with they did that with the Xbox One X. So when the new one comes out, and I hope they do that payment plan.
Raise your credit while you're at it too.
For real though, because I would love that. You know, I mean, at the end, you're gonna be paying more than what what you would actually pay for up front. But I mean, having the option to do it in payment plans, it makes it a lot easier. I don't know. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
And while you're at it, might as well get $200-$300 to spend on it with that trade-in of an Xbox.
True. What else is there? Other than dude, I've been loving the game. I still get mad kills with just running, throwing knives and the shield. I'm like the only one in there without a gun. Although with the nerf, I've been running my sniper class a lot more lately, which is getting me a lot more better at aiming with my sniper rifle. I feel like I'm feeling like I'm starting to get the whole quick shot thing, but I'm still having trouble sometimes, because I feel like sometimes when I quick scope in, I'm like either a little too far to the left or a little too far to the right, and just trying to get them dead center is so hard.
I used to take a stance on this that is still technically controversial, and being heard by people may just consider, all of my gaming out the window. But I've only used it once, for Call of Duty, certainly just Call of Duty. That's it. I've even told you about this, but I seriously feel that red dot site that I've showed you, the outside of game help, I know a lot of people hate that crap. But if you just to train myself, I'll just put like a little tear of like a post-it note that's neon and put it right where the center would be. Even if you took that off after a week, you would remember where the cross is and where you're supposed to be aiming. But I found that when it comes to sniping, if you can get that center as close to them as possible, you will know exactly whether to go left or whether to go right. So I know some of you might hate it, but I think that is one of the most effective ways to train that kind of sniping.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's so hard to just assume whether, left or right. Because the one thing I've noticed in this game too, which is pretty cool, which some of the most recent games have been doing, but your actual movements where your gun is actually pointing is where it's going to shoot. It's not like you're just looking forward and your gun's going to shoot straight. If your barrel is kind of like tilted down a little bit, it's going to shoot down. Even if your reticle's straight, it's going to shoot down.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, although the red dot does still help though. I know a lot of people think it's cheating, but I know a lot of streamers and stuff like that says that it's useful to help in getting yourself better at it. In fact, the homie Jason, he has a what do you call it, a monitor that has a built-in red dot.
Look, okay, I know people are hating on it, but you got to think about it this way. You would have to take every chance that you wanted if you really wanted to get good at something. Look at all the pros and the streamers. They want to get good at something, so they're going to try everything they can to help themselves train that.
Because it doesn't just help with sniping either. It helps with hip firing.
And also, it also just helps with your game sense, just helping you know where you're supposed to shoot. And also, the only reason it would be bad is if you actually leaned on this thing to make you better than everybody else. Like you would take it and brag that you were so much better. If you're going to use it to train, use it to train. If you're going to use it to try to make yourself seem so much better and take it to tournaments or something, then you're doing something sleazy. That's the only bad thing that I would see from this.
True. But I don't know. I mean, it helps, so I don't have no problem with it. But I'm just too lazy to. I'm just too lazy to get it. But I mean,
that's what I was saying. You could use a Post-it note.
I've actually already getting a little bit better at it. And then it is true. It's a little different with this game too, because sometimes it doesn't work because that little dot in the middle. If your gun is pointed down, it's still firing when it's pointed down. It's not. It's kind of it's not automatically going to your crosshair.
I've noticed that it's kind of where your eyes are pointing, not where your gun is pointing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you didn't even see your gun and you shot, you would expect it to go straight where you were looking.
Yeah.
But it's not like that anymore.
All past Call of Duties, that crosshair is where your bullets are going. But on this one, your bullets are going wherever your muzzle's pointing at.
Oh yeah, if you're running to the side and shooting, you better compensate for that lag in the shoot.
Same thing. Same thing with the knife throws too. If wherever your eyes are pointed, that's where your knife is gonna go, not where your crosshair is sometimes.
So it's gonna be
which is a little weird.
It's that typical what is it? Throw where they're gonna be, not where they are, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I gotta admit, this kind of plays on the whole thing that this is a perfect world between Call of Duty and Battlefield, man.
Yeah.
It's taking everything, the realism, the gameplay, even some of my favorite things from Battlefield, which are the big map 50v50s.
Still has a lot of flaws and a lot of bugs though. I wish they
definitely.
I wish they would fix them quicker than than they are. But you know what? They're fixing it quicker than they usually do. So I'm gonna give them that.
I'll give it to them too that this is a different company, and I am just so happy that they didn't take the idea to pop you in straight into a massive local lobby with a bunch of randos. That was the worst idea from any Call of Duty game in existence.
What do you mean?
You remember that where you would pop into, I think it was World War II? It was the lobby that you would just pop into, and there would be like...
oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was great at first.
Where you could run around and whatever in a little small area. Yeah, that was kind of lame. And it took up so much memory, like, took up so much RAM, like, what was it for? Like...
Not to mention, it was great at first when it could just be you and some home. But then they popped you, like, once they actually said, hey, we're finished with what we wanted to do, here's what it's like perfect. And they just popped you into 100-player lobby with a bunch of screaming kids that were just like...
Yeah. And you would try to figure out who to mute, and you don't know who to mute, so you mute everybody. And then you gotta find your friends and unmute your friends.
It was... the worst.
Talk about bugs, dude. That thing had tons of bugs when it first came out, dude.
I remember as soon as they were in there, a day later, people were finding how to get above the map, out of the map. They were bugging so many things.
But there was fun bugs though, dude. The one where you could like sit down and then slide all around.
Oh yeah, the sit and slide. I even remember, dude, you remember when you had to call in like a case? Mm-hmm. It just flew from the ground, like flew onto the ground from the sky. Yeah. And if you would like put it somewhere, it would just freak out. Mm-hmm. Or there was even the one where there was that shooting range. And if you just kept shooting, you could actually walk outside and have like unlimited ammo. That whole thing was super buggy, and it took them a couple months just to change that, where I thought that's what they were planning to do from the beginning, was letting us just be there alone.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. That was weird.
So honestly, the fact that this Call of Duty didn't do that already has very high praises for me.
Although here's the thing, I don't know if I like it, and I don't know if I don't like it. Switching lobbies after every game, like you know how in traditional Call of Duty you would just stay in the same lobby, until people will leave or people come in and stay, and it'll be the same people over and over. Now it's like after every game you automatically put into a different lobby.
I mean, I see kind of why they did that, because I mean, if you think about it, it's like it's a fail safe to make sure a PC user doesn't stay in like a super dumb like Xbox lobby.
Well, then also
murdering.
It gives you a chance to play multiple different people and with different skills and everything like that. So yeah, that's cool. But I don't know. Maybe it'll just take a little time for me to get used to it. I don't know.
They should have at least gave you like the option to stay in lobby, or like a button in the corner that toggles on and off whether you want to stay in the lobby or refresh the lobby.
True. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that'd be dope. I think that would be much better. They should give us that.
Infinity Ward, hire me already.
That and
I am your idea man.
That and also allowing us to choose maps in the ground war. I mean, yeah, because there's certain maps on ground war I don't want to play. Actually, there's only 3 maps in ground war, and one of them is the one that I don't want to play because we played it so much in beta. I want to play the other 2, and I wish they would give us the option to choose, because those matches takes forever, and I don't want to wait that long sometimes.
If you're gonna give us the filter ability, might as well flush it out a little more, Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. No game is going to be technically perfect.
Yeah. I mean, the filter stuff on the regular games is pretty awesome as it is.
Plus, there's always next year. You already know they're coming out with another Call of Duty for another year. Who knows? This one might just be the perfect mix of all of them. But till then, we got what we got, and it's not bad.
Also, news or rumor news. A bunch of data miners have come out with info that they saw coding for zombies and more coding for sound for a BR. So if you're into that, if you're into zombies and you're into the Battle Royale stuff, look forward to that because there's more coding that was added to the game within the recent update that the data miners has found.
I might get a lot of hate for this. I kind of don't really find zombies fun. It's just kind of repetitive and dumb.
No, you know what, dude? I'm in the same boat. I was never a zombie fan, but hey, for the people who are zombie fans out there, I mean, they got something to look forward to.
You know what? I give it to them and the homies who have no internet. Keep it for them. There's a dude out there that's like, I got Call of Duty, I got an Xbox, but I got no friends or no internet. So I'm just gonna play zombies all night. So I'll give it to him. I've been there before. I know.
Well, some of those zombie matches, you need a party to actually finish because it gets pretty nutty, dude.
Seriously, but I gotta say I have been there where I haven't had internet, but I just played all night just to see what the longest I could stay in there was. Even though I'd end up just camping and being scared and running away and screaming.
I just can't do hordes, and that's why the co-op is so hard for me because you're basically fighting hordes, but not hordes of zombies. You're fighting hordes of enemies, and dude, it just gets so hard because you get waves and waves of people, and you're just like, I'm running out of ammo.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, who has the ammo box, dude? Drop that. And it gets frustrating after a while because you're like, we gotta survive this. And it's like, dude, it's too many people. I don't know, man. But yeah, codings. There's new codings, so I don't know. I'm pretty excited for the BR stuff, which means even though they're not saying anything about it, I'm excited to see what they do with it, and then when they do drop it, if it's a good BR, I mean, it has to be because the gameplay of the multiplayer is so good that the Battle Royale has to be freaking awesome, so I can't wait for that. The zombies, I don't really care for that much, but, I mean, I'm hyped up for the zombie fans out there that be hyped up for that.
Yeah, the homies with no internet, you do you. See, I'm... Since I'm a super old Halo player, that's what I would play before anything else because that's what I grew up on. Anytime anybody says BR, I'm just thinking the instant the BR from Halo. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The gun, which usually comes with a scope and it's a semi-shot, but if you know what a BR, the triple shot. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's a multi-shot. It's not like an assault rifle, and it's not a single shot.
Okay.
Trying to check me on stuff I know.
But yeah, that's that. That's Call of Duty. Let's get into what we always get into.
Politics.
That Trump, huh? What do you guys know? No, Pokemon Go. If any of you guys out there play, you guys know Team Rocket
China
has invaded. And the whole Team Rocket event has been going on. There's new shinies. There's actually, they brought out Shadow Shiny Pokemon, which I haven't had a chance to hunt yet, but I do want that Sneasel, dude. I want that shiny Shadow Sneasel.
In Shadow Legendary Birds.
And Shadow Legendary Birds. Once you get through the special research stuff, which I am kind of stuck on because you get to a point where you have to purify 15 Shadow Pokemons, and I only had 8. So now I gotta battle a few more to finish that off, and I have to spin Pokestops 5 days in a row. So yeah, I have that to look forward to, and then finally I will get to meet Giovanni, battle him, and also hear that
No,
the other bosses are super hard. Like they're
you.
hard. Wait, your sound is off. Say something. I think you're frozen. There you are. Say something again. Hello, Alex. Do you hear me? Alex? Hello, Alex? Do you hear me? Hello? Do you hear me? You hear me? Check, check. Hello? Do you hear me? Alex? Alex?
Yo,
There you are. The heck?
the fuck happened?
I don't know. That was weird.
Did any of that save?
I mean, I've been recording all the way through, so
Okay, cool.
I'll just cut it wherever it dropped, and then cut
The
it back
fuck are we
in.
talking about?
Giovanni, you were about to say something about Giovanni.
Oh, yeah. No, you get a chance to meet Ash's father.
Your video is kind of lagging a little bit. Are you?
Oh, I'm not even on it. Here. There you go. No, you get a chance to meet Ash's father. You do know that theory, right?
That's weird, dude. Why your voice is lagging?
You're lagging.
Okay, I think you're back to normal.
So should I start off with what I was saying again? So you could just cut all that out.
Nah, just go ahead. I don't know.
So, yeah.
I'm probably trying to just keep everything on here. I don't care. Technical difficulties, part of the process.
There's a theory going around that Giovanni is actually Ash's father. Very strong. I'm not going to get into the theory. It's too much. But apparently Ash's father was a giant, like, massive Pokemon master who only loved Pokemon and left the home. And
wait, but
there's a theory that it's Giovanni.
Did you finish it though? did you yourself finish it?
Did I finish what? Finish what?
The quest.
No, I'm at like 4 out of 5 days, and I am 4 out of 5 raids.
Oh, so then you don't even know, man. You're just making things up.
No, the theory when Pokemon was out, the TV show, there was a theory that Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, is actually Ash Ketchum's father.
Oh,
that left home.
I don't know.
To start Team.
I don't know if Pokemon Go is going to go in that direction, though.
No, it's not. I was just talking about the theory about the TV show because Giovanni is in the game now, but I was just talking about the theory that a lot of people kind of believe where Giovanni's his dad, but I wasn't talking about it coming to the game. I was just saying since he was in the game.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't. I'm gonna try to battle some of those the other grunt leaders because I do want a Shadow Sneasel or a Shadow Scyther. I hear that you kind of like it's good to have Melmetal to help like in the
which
battles.
is already hard to obtain.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other ways to do it because I've seen other people do it a different way, so I'm gonna try to do it that way.
I have probably in my time beaten 4 leaders, and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in the game, which goes alongside of beating a full level 10 gym on my own and facing you, Gabe, face to face in battles. It was the hardest damn thing to do because if you're lucky, you'll know what kind of Pokemon they're going to have, but it's always different. It's always a lineup, so you never know if the next Pokemon they got is going to completely destroy your team.
But I know,
and then you just got to spend all that crap potions to go back in and then do it again.
Save up on your potions because you're going to need it, especially if you're out there shiny or hunting for shiny shadow Pokemon. So you're gonna need your potions.
I am down to the line. I think I only have like a few, maybe 10 to 20 left.
Also, if you have good, Machamps, power those suckers up because
I do not.
They're good for a lot of the battles. I know also Dialga, I want to say. Although that's the one that I'm lacking on because I have a Dialga, but I have no candy to power him up. So I don't know about that. So I'm going to have to figure something out for the middle. But Machamps are good to go with. And I forgot what else. I know Tyranitar for sure. Everyone should have that.
My Metagross is actually really handy with, I believe, what was it? Something Punch?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a steel move. If your Metagross is over 3,000 CP and you're running Zen Headbutt, you are not going to make it in this quest. You need to change that up for the steel type because that's the do any damage against these leaders. True.
I forgot what it is too, but I want to say it's the Community Day Legacy move that you want, right?
Yeah, but I've tried it in the past 3 days with 2 different ones, and you can use fast TMs for it.
True. Also, if you do have a Switch, in 4 days, Sword and Shield comes out.
We have it pre-ordered.
And then
both of them.
What? For reals? Jesus. Are you guys gonna actually play it through on both of them?
I'm joking. We only have one.
Which one did you choose? Shield or Sword?
We actually have both.
Well, which one did you choose though?
I'm totally not gonna say both, but I think we have both. Now that I think about it.
What the hell?
I think it was because we were gonna try to trade in one of our consoles to get one of those Switch lights, so Alyssa can have one walking around, and then I could have one in the room just to play around with. And if we're gonna play at the same time, it was just going to be an inconvenience. So I think that's why we wanted to get 2 of them.
Well, then, I don't know. Give us a review.
I will try to. No, I probably will. It's just talking about Switches. I'm just gonna say, if you were out there and you have a Switch and you bought Overwatch, I am so sorry, fam. I feel for you, and we are here to talk if you need to talk. Did you hear how much of a massive flop that was?
Not really, but I mean, I could kind of see because like the controller's not built for it. The Joy-Cons aren't built for it. You have to buy, if you would have to buy that separate controller to connect to your Switch to even play that, right?
And the quality was not there. It just could not handle all the servers. It just looked like a dumbed down Android version of a shooter, and it was a mess. Most of the games that were even bought just could not be played because the Switches were just fucking up on all the levels.
I don't know. Switch, man. I think it's only good for like Nintendo games, dude. All these other AAA
Seriously,
games.
like, they got some other games like Wolfenstein and stuff.
Your voice cut out again. Hello, Alex. Alex.
Hey,
There you are. Jesus, what happened?
that's it for us this week. So thank you, everybody, for watching.
Well, I mean, shoot, man. I'm not, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna leave all that in there. Technical difficulties, guys. But I don't really feel like editing. Like, I don't know.
You know, eventually, if we do get somewhere with this, we're gonna have to hire editors because neither of us are gonna do it.
I don't care. let's hope that
Exactly. That's my point.
Let's hope
that
let's
is
hope it
my
gets to that
point.
Let's hope that it gets to that point because that would be dope. But
I
yeah,
got a feeling it will.
But
hey,
you know what? I'm gonna apologize right now because I'm not gonna edit any of that out. Ooh, technical difficulties, voice dropping, and everything like that. But yeah, I'm too sick to edit today. But I wanted to get an episode out, so.
Thank you. So everybody just go away.
But yeah, Call of Duty, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield. There you guys go.
Overwatch was a flop.
Overwatch was a flop. Switch is iffy.
Yeah. Make sure just Nintendo turned it into a computer already. Give us Facebook, give us a browser, give us YouTube. Stop being such sticklers about it. Just give us what we want. You did it with the Wii U, so now do it to the Switch and its touchscreen. And there's already a working Facebook. So stop being a word I can't say because Gabe isn't going to edit this. So on the other hand, make sure you guys watch next week because Gabe will hopefully be feeling better and I will be in a new environment. So that is going to be the first step into our new age of videos. So watch it if you want to see things happening in real time because stuff's going to be different. So watch out.
Yes. Thank you to all our subscribers. More?
I have, yes, I have a Vive system that I have yet to be able to put up because our room's not big enough. So maybe look forward to some HTC Vive VR videos coming out too. I've been loving Beat Saber.
If you know how to do that.
Oh, I do.
Well,
I do. I've been wasting my time watching it.
Let's see if Alex keeps his word on that one. But with that said,
I will
thank you guys to all our subscribers. Sorry for all the technical difficulties today, and sorry that you're gonna have to watch all that because I'm not gonna edit it out. But with that said, we will see you guys all on the next episode.
Peace. He's not sorry.